In 1963, Theatre Workshop's production of Oh, What a Lovely War exploded onto the British stage. By combining the cheerful spectacle of music hall entertainment with the grim realities of the First World War, Joan Littlewood and her company created something entirely new. This production did more than tell a story about war. It transformed ideas about how theatre could be made, staged, and understood. To understand the impact of the play, we need to understand Britain in the early 1960s. Much of British theatre remained dominated by traditional drawing room dramas and established institutions. At the same time, Cold War anxieties and debates about Britain's place in the world were creating a desire for more challenging and socially relevant forms of performance. At the centre of this revolution was Joan Littlewood. A fiercely independent director, she rejected many assumptions of conventional theatre. Rather than treating actors as performers who simply delivered a script, she encouraged improvisation, experimentation, and collective creation. Her goal was to make theatre that spoke directly to ordinary people and contemporary social issues. The contrast between mainstream theatre and Theatre Workshop was striking. Traditional productions relied on fixed scripts, realistic sets, and star performers. Theatre Workshop worked collaboratively, using research, improvisation, and ensemble performance. Audiences were invited to think critically about what they were seeing. Oh, What a Lovely War emerged from an unusual creative process. Rather than beginning with a finished script, the company assembled songs, military records, casualty statistics, photographs, and historical documents. Through rehearsals and improvisation, these materials were transformed into a theatrical event. The production itself became an argument that theatre could be generated through research and collaboration. The play operates through two overlapping frames. On the surface, audiences encounter the playful world of a seaside Pierrot show. Beneath that entertainment lies a documentary record of military decisions, casualty figures, and historical evidence. The tension between these two layers creates the production's powerful satirical effect. Music hall proved to be the production's secret weapon. Familiar songs and comic routines drew audiences in with humour and nostalgia. Yet beneath the cheerful melodies lay stories of recruitment, sacrifice, and death. Theatre Workshop used the conventions of popular entertainment as a vehicle for political critique, allowing audiences to confront uncomfortable truths through laughter. As the play progresses, the balance shifts dramatically. The songs remain lively, but the historical reality grows darker. Casualty numbers rise, optimism fades, and the human cost of the war becomes impossible to ignore. The production carefully guides audiences from amusement toward reflection and outrage. The staging itself was revolutionary. Actors moved fluidly between roles, projections displayed statistics and historical information, and the set functioned as a flexible performance space rather than a realistic environment. Theatre Workshop combined music, documentary evidence, movement, design, and performance into what Littlewood called a form of total theatre. Equally important was the company's collaborative structure. There were no dominant stars and no single heroic protagonist. Instead, actors worked as an ensemble, sharing responsibility for storytelling. This collective approach challenged the hierarchy of traditional theatre and helped establish new models for devised and ensemble-based performance. One of the production's most famous techniques was its deliberate use of contrast. Comic songs and playful staging were placed alongside devastating statistics and accounts of mass death. The result was a productive discomfort that forced audiences to question official narratives of heroism, patriotism, and military leadership. Critics and audiences quickly recognized that something extraordinary had happened. The production received widespread acclaim and sparked intense debate. Its success demonstrated that politically engaged theatre could attract large audiences while remaining artistically innovative and intellectually challenging. Why was Oh, What a Lovely War a watershed moment? Because it changed multiple aspects of theatre simultaneously. It broke down the fourth wall, pioneered forms of documentary theatre, elevated devised performance, foregrounded working-class perspectives, and demonstrated the creative power of ensemble collaboration. It offered a fundamentally different vision of what theatre could be. The influence of the production extended far beyond its original run. Its techniques can be seen in documentary theatre, political drama, ensemble companies, and experimental performance practices across Britain and beyond. The 1969 film adaptation helped carry its ideas to an even wider audience. More than 60 years later, Oh, What a Lovely War remains a landmark of modern theatre. Its enduring significance lies not only in its anti-war message, but in its demonstration that theatre could entertain, educate, provoke, and challenge all at once. In redefining both theatrical form and theatrical purpose, Theatre Workshop changed British theatre forever.